punch something. One of those days.
He punched it. Let's see if there's space above there we can use. I hate that. Oh, look at that. Oh, I could use that space up there. That's so exciting. Oh, that was a genius idea I just had. Look at there. That's our first renovation.
Here, let me see it.
I had this idea. I told him, I said, is there space up there? I could use that for large. It does it all the time.
Yeah. Wouldn't be premium for that.
No,
I'd have to
all I
up
want it
some
for
stuff.
is sheet pans and, you know, waters.
Step up there.
Big things of water. You know, big things of water and putting Coke stuff up there. Okay, RV renovation has begun. And I don't know what we're getting ourselves into. Probably a lot of work.
Good pictures.
We're probably going to get into a whole lot of ugly in this RV. We have a 2000, I read on the side of the thing, we thought it was a 2001, but it's a 2000 Dutchmen Supreme 31-foot fifth wheel that we live in full time, and there is a lot of stuff we want to do. I asked him to punch it, and he punched our RV. It was a good idea. It was a good idea.
I mean, it was just...
So that is my new water cabinet, soda cabinet, and when you get things like this and you got nowhere to put them, that's going to come in awfully handy. But there is a vent. There's always a vent behind your refrigerator in an RV, and obviously you see daylight. And that's the reason you see daylight, is because there's a vent to the outside. So we have to shore this up, which is not going to be a big deal. We actually already have to shore it up. Well, same thing to me. But we've got some of this from another project because we have to do the floor. The flooring was all going to be replaced, but I will take you. We'll take you on a tour. Patrick will take you on a tour outside, and I'll take you on a tour inside. We have had this place locked up for how long? I was gone 4 months. You were gone 6 months.
Oh, so it was 4 months without anyone in here.
It was 4 months without any of us, either one of us in here. So we have an oven that's not working. It does work, but the button, the dial,
just
won't work anymore, and I can't make it work. It can't.
It's just sticky or whatever it is. It's frozen.
It's frozen. So, and the top of it is looking like crap. So I'll show you that. What else is not working? The hot water heater is not working.
Well, yeah, we took it out. So.
Yeah, but it wasn't working. It stopped working finally.
Yeah, probably had sediment or whatever in the tank.
What else have you done already? He's already fixed our leak in our toilet, our bathroom area. We had a leak behind the toilet. He fixed that. And like I said, the underlayment on the floor is now fixed. Everything was from the previous owner, who was
my dad.
His daddy. So it's kind of funny to know that your dad lived in this RV. It's kind of cool. I never got to meet him. That was before we got married, and I didn't get to meet him. And then it went to your mother, and then when his mother passed away, we bought it from her estate. And it was a really nice thing. And I like the fact that your dad lived here. I think that's family lived here, and it makes me feel good. But, you know, it's a 17-year-old fifth wheel, and it needs a lot of work. People don't realize it's just like a house. You have to maintain it, or you got problems. So the biggest thing is the stove unit. It's going to be about $500. And we're going to do a tankless, right?
Yeah.
On-demand type of system for the hot water heater, so we don't have a tank anymore underneath the sink, and that will be nice because it'll be just controlled by water pressure. Once you start the water pressure, the on-demand thing starts running, and then you have endless hot water as long as you need it. And what else? We don't have any leaks, but there has been leaks, so I'm redoing a lot of other things, but I'll show you that in the tour. Can you think of anything else to say
No.
about things we want to fix?
How
about on the outside?
Shelf. Oh, on the outside, not a lot.
Not
You
really.
gotta get some new weather stripping out there.
Oh yeah, you gotta get. Yeah, he's gonna put new weather stripping in, so we'll show you that too. But and our awning works, but we're so close to the fence over here we can't.
I want to reseal the windows too.
Yeah.
Weather stripping in those.
Well, we have a lot of.
So
work
when you
to
close
do.
them, they're snug.
They're snug. So we do have a lot of work to do, and we're gonna take you with us. All right, this is the hubby's area right now, which is normally where our table and chairs went. That's half of the table that originally came with the fifth wheel, and the other half is over here because everything was falling apart by the time we got it. And I told my husband, I said, since the chairs are all gone, didn't I? I said,
yeah.
Cut the table in half, rebuild them.
And I did.
And he did. He was not happy about it, but he did, and it served us a good purpose because we both have had desks for our laptops, but my computer screen died and I use the TV now, so I sit in front of here. That's why that's here. But anyway, one of two of our slide outs. We have two slide outs. This one goes to the length of the entire body, which is do you know how many feet this is, babe?
What?
This slide out right here. Is that like 14 feet that we measure?
Yeah, something like that.
But the whole thing goes
Maybe
out.
16.
16. But the whole living room slides out. And that original couch was there. It is a hide-a-bed, but it's broken. And you can tell by the way it's sitting. It's no more. We recently decided that we're going to take all the valances off. And I'm going to put curtains and rods there. And I did recover them because that's what they all looked like, which was fine. I liked the blue and yellow, and that's yellow, not white. And I like the country French look, but it looked a little too campy, and we've had it for 3 years, so we're kind of done with that. So I'm taking it all off. I was originally going to redo them, and I'm not going to now, so they're going to all go bye-bye. All right, this is my kitchen, or should I say my kitchenette, because in the fifth wheel or any other travel trailer, whatever, you have a small kitchen, and this is very small, but I make do very well. Now my oven stopped, like I said in the intro, it just stopped working. The knob will not turn anymore. It's just frozen, and you can't use it if you can't light it. It's all gas, propane, and look at the top of it. It's just seen its better days. And then we pan up here, and I imagine that was a spice rack at one time, but we never saw it. So there's significant damage to some of the walls in here. That valance is falling apart. This sink is okay. I don't like the faucet, so I'm going to replace that with something nice. And I think what I'm going to do, we are going to paint the cabinets. It took a lot of convincing because my husband did not want to paint them because they're oak and they're nice.
Nobody paints oak.
Yes, they do.
No, yeah.
He doesn't like the idea, but if he would watch some of the renovations I've seen, he would agree that that will look a lot better.
It's lovely on top of pine, not oak.
He's not happy, but you're gonna be happy when it's done. I promise you. I don't usually paint oak either, but I want all this painted to update it and to make it look fresh. I'm gonna paint the walls in the living room. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm painting them yet. And then, I don't mean to make you dizzy, there was damage, water damage, which is why we had to replace the floor in the kitchen. There was a leak there, I guess, at one time, and his dad fixed it, but the floor never got fixed, so we had to put a new underlayment down. You had to fix the subfloor, and then we had to just put this on top of that. But we're going to rip out the carpet. No matter what we do, you can't get this carpet to look good. And it's just old. And I want flooring. I want wood flooring. We're probably going to go vinyl. The imitation looking. But it's going to be good. It's really pretty. Yeah. So, the refrigerator works good still. Really good. And we're just going to replace the hot water heater. And that's underneath there. Oh, another thing I'm doing that he does agree with, is that these drawers are just pretty useless. You can't really put very much in it. The first drawer doesn't even hardly, you can't, there's really nothing. They look really bad too, and they need to be washed. But I'm taking those out, and we're going to shore this area up and put, I always use the shore method of, I know, I always say shore it up. We're going to put the trash can underneath there out of the way so I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Put it on another shore.
Put it on another shore. This stove we wanted to put, because I loved the freestanding apartment size oven and stove that we had in the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to put that in there, but you can't, because underneath there is all the workings of things. Mechanical and drains and lines and plumbing, and so we can't do that. So that's going to cost about $550 to replace new, and I am going to get a new one because this is our home and we're going to be here a while. So paint, rip the valances down. I'm going to paint the countertops instead of ripping them out and putting new countertops in. I found online that you can paint it and then polyurethane it, and it'll look like granite or whatever, or you can use a spray and it'll look like granite. So whatever we choose over here, which I'll tell you now, this is an area where a chair used to be, just right here, and this has a jack for a phone and all of that stuff, which of course we don't use. But we had this thought about making this a desk area, so he's going to take the top of that off. And then we're going to put a countertop in there. And a cabinet on this end. And then we'll have an office chair. And then we'll have a wonderful little office area, because we hardly use that space for anything. So we can put checkbooks, paperwork, bills, whatever. We can make this a really nice little center for ourselves. So that's right what we're going to do with that. Right?
That's right.
So over here, you will be placed over there with a new desk, and right there will go in our new table and chairs, so we can actually sit at a table and chairs and eat. And we're getting rid of the sofa, and we're putting in club chairs, right? Recliner chairs.
Yes.
RV recliner chairs, and then one going this way, two going that way. Okay. Now over here, that got broken. That was an etched glass insert there, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I'll figure it out. And this is where the TV goes. It goes in the cave back there, but when you're sitting here, you're cranking your neck. So I asked Patrick to make we call it the diving board for right now. And like I said, I have to use my computer on the TV because I don't have a screen anymore. My screen went sour. So I have to buy a new computer. So that's why that's sitting there. But all this is going to be removed. We're going to put the TV and mount it with a nice mount right here to where it comes out and right in front where we're going to have our chairs. And then this space behind the TV and probably part of the counter, not counter, but part of the cabinets, if you see there, there's for the VCR and stuff like that, old stuff would go. All of this is going to be taken and used for a washer dryer combination, and then we're going to put a face on it, probably some sort of sliding door or bifold door, or even just a curtain, and that'll be painted. So that's what we're going to do with that. So looking from the front, when you first come in the front door, which is we're right next to our neighbor and we don't like them, this is what you view with the slide out. And we have lots of stuff sitting around because we just moved back in to the trailer and got it little, and it's actually just as big as it looks. To me it's like a really nice, good size apartment. It's with that whole slide out going out, it just really adds a lot of footage. It's huge. And oh, I forgot to talk about the microwave. The microwave, it's on its way out. It's about to die. And I'm going to put a confectioner's, is it a convection oven? Yeah. Convection, however you say it. Let's continue the tour to the bathroom and bedroom. This is just a pocket door. I wish we didn't have this pocket door. The new trailers I noticed have regular doors. They just swing in and out or whatever. But our toilet and shower is on that side, and our sink and mirror, and we have a lot of storage. I'm not going to show you that because my closet looks like a mess right now. But there's like 4 shelves in there. I thought of putting a washer dryer combo in there, but it's just not wide enough, and we would have to take that whole thing out, and we don't want to do that. So yeah, I mean, we have towel bars and a lot of space. We have quite a bit of space underneath the cabinet. I have a lot of stuff underneath there. You probably can't see it, but it's pretty organized now. It wasn't a few days ago when we got back. I had to totally reorganize everything. We have racks for our towels, and we have a lot of space in here for towels, and I have towels in there and sheets in here and miscellaneous stuff. But we're showering in the house right now. We're not showering out here. We have a skylight. Now this needs to be resurfaced. It doesn't look too bad for its age, but it is really looking kind of a bunch of junk in the bottom of it. But it's got yellow spots and it's aging, and it did have a slide. Went from here to here, accordion, took that off and put the shower curtain in. Much nicer, much nicer. And our dirty vent, okay, wash that out, but brand new light. But you can see the potential. We have a lot of room here to put stuff. If we wanted to hang stuff on the walls, we could. But we're gonna paint. Gonna get a new toilet because that's been in there since we got it. It's probably original. And Patrick's dad had a leak. Maybe the guy before him had a leak. We don't know who had the leak, but they had a bad leak at one time. So that floor needs to be completely taken out, which it will be in our reno. Yeah. This floor will be, it's not too bad actually. It's not in bad shape, but it needs to be good. It needs to go. Okay, so we have a little door that separates the bathroom from the bedroom, and you step up. It's the original carpet, which we're gonna get rid of, and so no nothing room right now because I haven't really decorated or done anything with it. But this is not your normal RV mattress. As you can see, it's really large, and the one we had on it was really small and it was horrible. So we got rid of that. This is a regular queen. But when I put everything together, the slide outs in to go to Washington, I had to actually, see this counter? I had to slide the bed up on the counter while the slide out came in. That was challenging by myself. And it rested right up there, but it did come in just fine. It was a little bit of a hassle, but. And then we recently, before Patrick left for Washington, 7 months ago now, the closet door wouldn't move. One of them wouldn't move, and he busted the other one. They were mirrored, and he busted the other one, trying to get the one to move that wouldn't move. So I took advantage of it. We just took it down. I told him I'll put a curtain up there to match the curtains I'm going to put up in here. Or we'll get new, sliding doors. So I don't really care one or the other. But when we were going to go to Washington, and I had to take all the boxes in here, so I stashed them in the closet. There's 2 poles normally. And I told him, I said, you know what? We're not fancy people. We don't have a lot of fancy clothes. We only need one side hanging. Let's take the other side down, and I'll put some shelving in there. And we could use the shelving a lot more. So as soon as I get all that crap out of there, which is going to be shortly, because I'm going to paint everything. Then, oh, focus. Then I'm going to put shelving in there, and then I'll cover it up. But all this stuff's going to go. And all these cabinets will be painted. And that's off its little stand because when we're laying in bed, we can't see it. It's too small. So we're going to get a larger TV and we're going to mount it on the side. And so it has a lever that comes out and, goes up high. And then we can watch our TV. But yeah, that's... My daddy made that. But another thing that's annoying in fifth wheel is the older ones, because ours, like I said, ours is a 2000, 17 years old. There's no electrical outlets over by your head. So we've had to string this stupid cord alongside the bed and put our phone chargers there. So what I'm going to do is take that sconce out, because we just don't need it. We never use those. We're going to upgrade them, and we're going to have plug-ins, the USB, and we're just going to have the newfangled outlets that you can plug your phone right into, or your whatever device you're using. That'll be a big help. So that's our bedroom. I think we have a really nice bedroom, considering, you know, fifth wheels and trailers in particular are not real big, and I consider this a big bedroom for us because we can walk around in it. I think that desk there, I call it a desk. I don't know really what you call it, but my sewing machine is to the left there. Right there. And I'm going to get this under control where all this is taken care of. And I'm going to make this my sewing table for when I want to sew. I just have a folding chair right here. That's I think that originally, I don't know what that was originally. Maybe a TV thing. I don't know. It's just some sort of cubby. Maybe there's, I don't know. I don't know what they thought about that, because the outlets for the TV are clear over there, so I really don't know. I guess it's for what we're using it for, hats and stuff like that. And then we have, you know, dressers there. And we have storage underneath there. So this trailer has a lot of storage. I mean, I think it has a lot of storage myself. But I think it suits us because we're an old fart couple. And we have no little kids, and nobody lives with us. So we live in here quite comfortably. It's like a really large apartment. Thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button if you want to get notifications when we upload another video. And it's going to be soon, because next week I start painting and knocking some more stuff out. So we'll show you step by step what we're going to do.
Till next time on Old Critters.
The next installment of our reno. Stay with us. We're going to change this thing completely.